Today, we're going to examine what might be one of the most durable personal operating systems ever devised. It's a framework for success that was created centuries before the first line of code was ever even written.
Welcome to the MoniLytics channel, where money meets research. All right, let's get right to it. Here's the bottom line. Benjamin Franklin's greatest invention? It wasn't the lightning rod. It wasn't bifocals. It was his daily routine. He built a system that treated personal virtue as a direct, measurable input for building both financial and social capital. So here's how we're going to deconstruct Franklin's personal operating system in this explainer. First, we'll look at the guiding questions that framed his day. Then, we'll dive into his 24-hour schedule. After that, we'll analyze the ethical code he lived by, those 13 virtues. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together in a powerful feedback loop for growth. Let's start with the two questions that really served as the bookends for Franklin's entire day. Think of them as the system's strategic inputs and outputs. Every morning, he started with this question. Now, this isn't just a to-do list, right? It's much deeper. This question sets the key performance objective for the day. It's not about what tasks you're going to complete, but about what value you're going to create. It sets a crystal clear strategic intention for everything that follows. And then you have the flip side of that coin, the evening question. This one acts as a daily performance review. It's his built-in mechanism for accountability, for measuring the output of goodness against the objective he set that morning. It ensures that the day's efforts are actually audited for their impact. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. These questions are the bookends of a daily feedback loop. You've got intention setting on one side, and you've got accountability on the other. You see, this is so much more than just a routine. It's a system designed for continuous personal capital improvement.
Okay, so we've got the philosophy down. But how does that build into an actual operational framework? Well, now let's analyze how Franklin allocated his most valuable and totally non-renewable asset, his time. Now, at first glance, this might look like a rigid schedule, but it's really a strategic allocation of personal resources. According to his little black book, he set aside 7 hours for work and 7 for sleep. That's execution and capital preservation, right there. But look at this, 10 hours for personal and spiritual growth. That's a huge daily reinvestment into his own human capital.
So, with the time allocated, we need to look at the ethical code that governed his actions within that framework. You can honestly think of this as his own personal corporate governance policy, one designed to minimize moral hazard. To pull this off, Franklin started what he called a systematic project for arriving at moral perfection. It wasn't just a list, it was a focused, weekly effort on one of 13 core virtues at a time. It was basically an internal audit aimed at achieving both operational and ethical excellence. And this list really illustrates the direct link to financial outcomes. Virtues like frugality, which to him meant waste nothing, and industry, lose no time. These weren't just abstract moral goals, no way. They were operational principles that were directly accretive to his financial standing and his social capital. All right, now for the really crucial part. How do all these pieces, the philosophy, the operations, the ethics, how do they all integrate? Let's look at this powerful, self-correcting system in action. Here it is, the full productivity engine. It's actually pretty elegant. Step 1, you set your intention with the morning question. Step 2, you execute your plan within that structured time allocation. Step 3, your actions are guided by the virtues. That's your personal governance policy. And finally, step 4, you reflect and you account for your results with the evening question. This process compounds personal value by connecting intention directly to accountable results, day after day after day. You know, when you really boil it all down, Franklin's system reveals a really profound insight. He treated time not just as a resource to be managed, but as capital to be invested for the highest possible return. And that really begs the question for all of us, doesn't it? How are you investing yours? If you found this research valuable, please like the video, subscribe to MoniLytics, and check out the affiliate links in the description to support the channel. And stay tuned for our next deep dive, where we'll be shifting our focus to leaf printing and financial security, anti-counterfeit tech.